That is so cute. Aw. Alrighty, we have our first viewer. Hope things are going well for you. And back down to 0. Can you hear me now? Is it still sounding muted? It's good to see you, by the way, Truth.
That's full blast.
I don't know why it's so quiet.
You probably got dust and dirt inside your microphone.
Probably.
Just use this.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, hopefully now this will sound even better. Alright. It's been a rough. Now this will sound even better. That is a lot better. Okay. Last couple of days have been rough. I'm trying to keep a hopeful spirit, but it's.
Yo!
Thank you so much, Truth. I greatly appreciate that. That $20 makes a big difference for
That's
us.
awesome.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, also
It's truly sweet of
I
you.
will tag the GoFundMe and you can pin it.
Yeah. I also have it in the description of this, so hopefully other people will help too. Thank you so much, Truth.
That's awesome.
You really are a sweetheart, and we value your friendship.
If I'm right now, Annie has enough in her donations that YouTube should send a payout, unless it's not at the cap yet. Because I believe it's every $100 they send you your balance.
I think with your donation, Truth, we just met that $100 cap, so I'll be getting paid within a couple of weeks or so. So I'm very thankful for that.
Well, yeah, we also had a surprise donation into our GoFundMe for $100 last night, and another one. So we have 140 already in that GoFundMe. As a matter of fact,
and we're very thankful. But for real though, all the prayers, all the kind words, and every penny donated all adds up and it all helps, and it's greatly appreciated. And if any of you guys are struggling too, we'll be praying for you that you'll also be able to be helped. Matt and I have the kind of mindset where we think we would be excellent rich people. And by that, I mean, we wouldn't be hoarding our wealth for ourselves. We would just use enough for us to live comfortable and use the rest to help those in need. But unfortunately, we are not rich. But we are praying for everyone else who is struggling too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Truth's hero as soon as you start your as soon as you started. Truth's hero, you're a real one. That's awesome.
Thank you so much for that, by the way. Well, for those of you who are here and are listening in, I just want to say I hope you're having a good day so far. And if there's anything you're going through that you could use some kind words or support about or prayers, don't hesitate to let me know. I will be praying for all of you guys who need help. Hello. Nice to see you guys. So we're parked, waiting for DoorDash orders now. It's going to be about 75 degrees Fahrenheit today, so not bad. Yesterday it reached 85, and that was not very fun. The summer heat's already showing up sooner than I'm ready for it, but it could be worse. Trying to think of what we were talking about. For any of you guys who are just listening, I still appreciate your viewership, but I mostly do these live streams to help overcome my social anxiety. It's a long story, but I struggle with interacting with other people, and so making myself go live to chat with you guys it's helping me to work on it. And your participation in just having casual talk with me, it all adds up and helps over time.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I want you to feed me and scoop up my poo.
I love that. That's adorable. Hey, gummies will help with anxiety. I have tried the hard candies. I can't recall if I tried the gummy version or not, but I rely on this little baby right here. It is blueberry muffin, and it is a strong indica. Excuse me. I find indicas are most helpful for helping me to calm down and not feel so tense and nervous. Hey, Casito, I'm so happy to see you. Yeah, I was gone the last couple of days because I was overstressed, and I honestly lacked the willpower to force myself to go live. For those of you who are not up to date on what we're going through, long story short, another huge debt has been put on our shoulders. Over 11 grand on the Impala we used to have, and we were making payments on, but we weren't able to afford to keep making those payments. So we gave the car back, essentially, and they resold it to someone else for less than half of the amount of debt we had left on that car before it would have been ours. So they want us to fork over 11 grand for a car we couldn't afford to keep in the first place. And that, combined with the pre-existing credit card debt caused by COVID and the identity thief, we are truly financially drowning. Every prayer, every kind word, and every penny sent our way helps, and we appreciate all of it. I'm getting my stress under control, giving all my worries to God, and trying to trust it'll be okay. It just really sucks right now. But I'm more stable. We're back at work again. We had to spend the last couple of days cleaning house also. So that's tiring. Physically, I'm wiped out. but mentally and emotionally, I'm hanging in there, and I'm glad to see you guys who are here. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Hello, London, nice to see you. But we're hanging in there, doing the best we can, and we're again appreciate every bit of kindness that you guys show. It all helps. I was feeling a little bit of gut discomfort, anxiety. It's calmer now. I will always be a happy advocate for use of medical cannabis to treat pain and appetite troubles. No other meds I've tried work as quickly and effectively. The blessings to your family also, Casito. And I am sorry, you guys, that I disappeared for a couple days. It's just, I'm still learning how to better handle stressful things. And I'm still a work in progress. And I appreciate your guys' understanding. If there's anything that you want prayer for that I could help you with, I'm happy to be here to help. Is there anything new going on with? Oh wow, okay, I have no viewers now. Oh well. Well, to whichever one, as soon as I mention the view count goes down to 0. Well, hello to you three who are here. I do these live streams to try to interact with people to work on my social anxiety. So I'd be very appreciative if anyone who's listening in could spare a moment just to say hi and let me know a bit about yourself. I'm just on the clock with DoorDash waiting for an order to go into my husband's phone. I am the passenger and order holder, also known as the food czar, as my husband came up with the nickname. There he is. He's the one that does all the driving and interacts with the customers. And I just make sure that everything we're delivering gets there in good condition. There's a lot of really bad drivers here. So defensive driving is something that you need to know when living out here. And part of defensive driving is being able to quickly swerve out of danger. And when moments like that happen, that's when I shine and I get to use my role, and I make sure that the order doesn't tip or spill or anything like that. There's not a whole lot of excitement to be had doing DoorDash deliveries, but when you're the victim of identity theft and medical issues and a whole bunch of other pitfalls in life that were not made by our choosings, it's rough. So we appreciate any and every prayer that things will get better. If any of you guys do DoorDash also, I'd like to hear how it's going for you, or if you know anyone who does delivery work. We're hoping that once everyone gets the $5,000 tax rebate, whatever it's called, we're hoping when those payments drop, people will start ordering DoorDash again and we'll be busy again. Oh, hello, Donald. Nice to meet you. I am in the Central California area. If you look on a map, I'm in almost the dead center in all 4 directions. It sucks. There's too many people. A lot of them don't even belong here. And all of us seem to be competing for the same work. And there's only so many customers making orders through DoorDash. And there's so many drivers trying to work at the same time. It's not been good. But we're hoping it'll improve. Hey, Mark. Good to see you. Thank you, Adam. Your name is familiar to me. Thank you so much for that kind donation. I appreciate that. Oh, you're in North Shore, Massachusetts. What's it like over there? Here, weather-wise, it's dry. The air doesn't always smell very clean. And it reaches triple digits in Fahrenheit every year for over a month straight. Every day over 105 degrees. We're not excited for it, but it's inevitable. You did 6 hours of work and you made 85. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, some people here they're crazy too. And some of them are just plain terrible. We've had a bunch of people order and claim they never got their order. And to protect himself, my husband takes a drop-off picture of every order. And every time someone's lied, he's had proof to defeat their claim. And we never got in trouble with them. But it's just a sad world when you have to be on the lookout for shitbirds like that. There's even a video of one person who he was in such financial hardship that when his DoorDash order claimed he never dropped it off, he went back and confronted the customer saying, "Why would you say I never delivered it? Why would you lie? This is my living. This is how I make my money to stay alive. And you're threatening that because you want one free meal." And it is like that. There are a lot of people like that. You have to wait 2.5 hours for your first order and you're a platinum driver? Damn. So yeah, I I see how it's definitely affecting you too. We've gone up to 5 hours without an order. Extremely discouraging. Here's a scenario. You got an order for $320 for 5 miles. After drop off, $300 tip. Now, do you say something or do you remain quiet?
About what?
Donald asks, here's a scenario. I got an order for $320 for 5 miles. After the drop off, there was a $300 tip. Now, do you say something or do you remain quiet?
You take it. Oh my god, if we got a $300 tip, I'd fucking take it. And wait, so they gave you a $300 cash tip as well?
Well, he's asking for a scenario.
Oh, okay, scenario.
Do you keep quiet about it being 300 in case it's a mistake, or do you thank them for it and take the chance that it was a mistake and they fix it? That's the real.
Morally, I would tell them thank you. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna snitch and tell them. Did someone else donate too?
Yeah, another viewer.
Oh, cool. Well, I would go the morality route. I would tell them, thank you so much for your tip. That was very generous. Thank you for using DoorDash. I'm very thankful I was your dasher. But I also noticed you tipped me another $300. Was that a mistake, or did you meant to do that? Because if it was a mistake, I can walk you through how to contact support, and I can even contact them for you in order to cancel the second one. Again, if it was a cash tip, then you can just clear it out. You don't need to go all that route. But I've been doing this a long time. Otherwise, it would be nice to take that money, but that's $300. That's someone's groceries. That's someone's, hypothetically, that's someone's insulin.
Yeah.
You never know. That could be literally money for like your medicine, your weed. And
very true.
Yeah, I'd love to have that money, but again, I wouldn't feel right if I knew, oh dang, they tipped me twice, $300. All I did was bring food back and forth. I'll just take the $300 the first time. The other $300, again, go the morality route, because you never know. Karma will hit you twice as back just as hard.
That's very true. We always take great amusement when we see shitbirds get their dues. I've been watching Trailer Park Boys, so I've been using the word shitbird a lot more lately. That is nice, though, that the customer gave you an additional tip for being honest. That is nice.
That is. Hey, Donald, don't be a prick. I don't know who you're talking to, if that's at me or at Donald, but there's no reason to be an asshole about it. It's literally all hypotheticals. Unless the 30 part is true. But still, if you're going to be an asshole, you don't need to be in here. Yeah. And if I see one more assholey thing, even if it's not, I'll just ban you, dude. It's no skin off our back. How's it going, Kumar?
We're doing all right. We're on the clock, waiting for work.
Not you, Donald. Professor Oak. He was the one being rude.
Yeah, you're in the clear, Donald. My live streams are meant to be a chill environment for people to just have small talk about whatever with whoever wants to. You know, no divisive topics, no politics, just stuff that literally everyone can relate to. You know, I want my live streams to be a safe haven for people hurting a lot who want to engage with other people who are also hurting, so we can comfort each other.
You're cool, Professor Oak. Just Remember, man, be chill. You're literally trying to say that I wouldn't choose the moral road. Essentially, in a way, calling me an asshole. So that's the only reason I was saying that. Otherwise, be chill. I'll be chill too. Otherwise, if you slap back, I can slap back twice as hard with the same energy. Love you.
Have any of you guys listening in done anything exciting lately? We haven't really done anything exciting. Just living life one day at a time. Oh, you usually let the customer know how long you will be to get there. Then when you drop the order and give the tip, you say thank you and rate me for my service. That's a good way to do it. It sounds like you're definitely one of the better DoorDashers. And there's some real shitbirds working the system. Like I seen pictures of orders where the dasher took a bite of the food or they took a sip. The customers, thanks to the 0 tip. Yeah, that would be a great way to respond.
Makes me think of Jonah Hill and I can't remember the name of the movie, but thanks. I'll just go fuck myself.
That's funny. One time we had a little shit tip us the most insulting tip ever. You guys want to make a guess on how little that insulting tip was? In a moment, I'll tell you guys. I want to give you a chance to guess. But thankfully, in the last few days, we've had a few people that have tipped. You say, I guess you don't appreciate. Nice.
So, like, women, all they want is you to take them to dinner, say they're beautiful, listen to what they have to say, and we're all about it. And they just make it so difficult.
You think it's that easy?
I really do. I went on a date with a man. I never met him. We went to a video game bar, played fucking Mario Kart. We had drinks. We vibed.
Where's that guy now then?
Yep.
They're beautiful.
That Dave Chappelle?
Gotcha.
I love that.
You know, you're gonna have chicks mailed to you.
Oh my goodness. You're so little.
Every now and then there's a dead one when they arrive, but it's only natural.
Yeah. Donald. Then you say, I guess you don't appreciate my service, so I will never deliver to you again. I have a do not deliver to list. That's pretty good. What's an appropriate tip? Should it be percentage based or what?
It really depends.
Yeah, it depends. If
Like, if you ask me, since I'm the one that literally has to deal with door dashing all day, which, fun fact, I'm live, but we've been sitting here getting nothing. Just live, waiting. In a busy area, I might add. Anyway, for tipping, I would say, honestly, there's been times where I've told Annie, as a generality, they should at least make the tips a minimum of at least $3 or even some, just a $5 flat tipping fee. Like, if you can't afford to tip $5 for when you're getting something, normally for like even out and about stuff, then you shouldn't be getting it. You know, like, if you can't afford to tip, you shouldn't do it. That's like knowing I can't tip my waitress and she goes above and beyond and I go, gee, thanks, okay, bye,
right.
and leave nothing. That's not us. We always leave at least 15-20% tip.
And if they're really nice and really helpful, we give them a little extra.
Or we get, well, half the time I usually give cash tips.
Yeah.
I know as well as anyone else that I absolutely hate it when I get tips through the system because I never get cash tips all that much anymore. And when we do, that's fucking annoying. Anyway, I prefer cash tips because it's easier. It's cash on hand. If you need to gas up, it's a simple here's a couple of fives or a couple bills. And if it's not that, um, it just makes it easier. Plus, when it's cashed tips,
No need to report.
oh, I actually cut through to them. They lowered the music. When it's cash tips, it doesn't get taxed. I mean, yeah, I know now stuff doesn't get taxed. Cash tips don't get. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. I know now that tips don't get taxed anymore. At least I hope it follows through and stays that way. Very curly hair.
Damn, it is curly. Hey, Wayne. Yeah, we're still in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Because you know how annoying it was
fibromyalgia.
for so many years when we were doing DoorDash that
Ooh.
literally every penny we got, including all of our tips, was taxed. It's not good. It's fucking horrible. It's like I shouldn't get taxed on literally gratuity. It's messed up.
It is.
Nah, I hope the IRS gets dismantled. It's an illegal thing anyway. It's literally a pyramid scheme. If you really think about it, I will give you anyone $100 right now if you can provide the actual law that says you need to pay your taxes. Because I guarantee you there isn't one. There's people who've done this before and even said higher stakes. Like, I'll give you $50,000 if you can find me a law that says I have to pay this. Nope. It's just enforced by you going to jail for illegally going to jail, which I think is completely bull.
Yeah.
And it's just because they want their cut because they're reckless with spending in the government. Though that's going to be fixed a lot more.
Yeah.
Thanks to Trump. Papa Trump.
Fibromyalgia. It's a bacteria you caught while being born in the bathroom of a Greyhound bus. I never heard of that, but that sounds pretty bad. I know some bacterias are no joke. You once got a tip for 25
cents. Well, let me tell you, we've had assholes tip 1 cent. And I even called them out on it. And you want to know what they said? YOLO.
Yeah.
And then I text back, you realize I know where you live, right? Clearly not a threat, but also making them aware, like, yeah, you only live once. And what happens if, like, I didn't tell them this part, but yeah, you only live once. But what happens when you piss off the wrong person who's trying to make ends meet? You're going to make someone lose that little pot where they finally snap and they hurt you. Like,
you never know how close someone is to their breaking point.
Exactly. And you know what I do for every DoorDash order? Pictures, because there's assholes that, they'll say, I never got my DoorDash order. Oh, I never got it. I want a refund. Well, guess what? Their lying can almost cost you your job. But also, the reason I also take photos is, one, so I can debunk that, so I can continue to work and continue to get paid. And on top of that, since it takes so many pictures, I always make sure to take pictures of their address so that when I do fight a contract violation of them claiming they never got their order, I can easily debunk and say, well, if I never delivered your order, then why'd I drop off your order, take a picture, and leave? You know, I have location enabled for my photos when I do DoorDash, and even then, DoorDash can see your GPS and see if you're telling the truth or not. Yeah, there's assholes that take stupid. Yeah, there's assholes that, man, that made me lose my train of thought. I forgot. Anyway, I can go on and on about all that.
McDonald's says his best tip was $9.95 for 4 miles, 6 bags of food. When you dropped it off, they added an extra 50. That's really nice.
You want to hear what was your biggest order that you ever did? And yes, I'm also talking about like including catering orders, because I'll tell you the biggest one we ever had when we had the Impala. We had a Little Caesars order.
Oh,
where
yeah.
They had literally ordered like 80 pizzas, and I'm not even joking. 80 hot and readies and cheese pizzas. And when we get there, because I took the order. Sometimes nowadays I always look at how many items is in the order before I pick up, because that day I saw the 50 and I assumed, oh, it's probably like a bunch of garlic sauces and all that. Nope. If I had clicked on it and saw that it was 80 pizzas, I would have been like, okay, dang, I'm gonna get a good tip. Well, it was to a school. It was for like $7 or $8. And once I got there and dropped it off, they asked me to set it down for them, which I did. A couple trips back and forth from the car. And once I was done, they proceeded to thank me and close the door. No tip. No tip for essentially catering to a school.
That's why we're kind of cynical about customers.
It's just so stupid.
Driving DoorDash in North Shore, Massachusetts has to be the most. I would imagine. I never been to the East Coast. I mean, the closest I gotten was Florida when I was 14. That was a long time ago. That was 20 years ago.
Our biggest tip, because I just said the biggest order, our biggest tip ever was like $35 cash. Other than that, we don't get. I'm signed up for it, but it's not every day people are catering. I'm approved and selected for all the programs. I'm even part of the beta with DoorDash. Shit, I've been so long, I'm part of the beta program, dude.
It's true.
Well, anyway,
I get it now, Wayne. He's being sarcastic with the government talk. He's being funny about it. And it just clicked to me. We both are on the autism spectrum, and we both have ADHD, and we both have social difficulties.
She's on the far right autism spectrum. In the green part, but the green doesn't mean it's okay. That's just her favorite color. Might as well be in the red.
You had to deliver 13 pieces to Home Depot, and no tip from the manager.
Yeah,
wow!
When they don't give a tip, I want to forcefully give
That's
them
horrible.
my tip. No.
That's pretty funny.
Every so long, I'm gonna give a friendly reminder. If you have any spare change, any spare dollars that you're not using, a simple $1, $5, $10, whichever it is. Excuse me. Any donations to our GoFundMe or even to Annie's YouTube page would be greatly appreciated. We love you, respect you, and yeah, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, I would be afraid to be in Boston because I've seen some of the news articles. Scary shit. Yeah, that burp is a warning to all others who would try to do me harm. I feel real good now. If you guys want to talk about funny movies and things, we just rewatched superhero movie the other day. It's pretty great. it's like all the scary movies where it makes fun of a bunch of different things. Well, this one is about superhero movies. And it has Drake Bell as one of the main characters. And Leslie Nielsen is in it too. And I'll just say it would be an amazing movie to watch while playing like a drinking or smoking game. Every time it makes you laugh, take a sip. You'll be destroyed before the movie's over. Your rule will be take out 27% of whatever income you make. That goes to all that. I could get behind that if it meant no more state taxes too, like just a flat tax rate. I had something I was going to say and then I lost it. Yeah, oh well. I've been live for 42 minutes, and this entire time, not a single order sent to us. It's frustrating. But yeah, I would agree with a flat tax, except for those on disability or other government programs. You know, if you're already receiving help from the government, you shouldn't be taxed on the help that you're receiving from the government. They should just give you whatever amount you would get after paying taxes, instead of making them have to deal with that nonsense. But serving tables, I don't understand. I have too many back issues to be someone that's on their feet or sitting all day, unless it's in a car seat, because I have 4 separate but connected diseases that affect my spine, mostly in the lower portion, and it also affects my pelvic joints. If I'm unmedicated and I have to be sober, I experience 8 out of 10 pain. It makes me want to cry and cease living, because it's that severe of a crippling, stabbing type of pain. Like, if you've never hurt your back, be thankful. If you have hurt your back, then you understand what it means to say any little movement feels like knives. And so I have to stay on strong pain management. I take a prescription muscle relaxer, a prescription NSAID, both pill and in topical cream. I apply where it hurts, and medical cannabis. If I have all that going on for me, my pain is put on mute and I'm able to listen to everything else. Because my pain is deafening if it's not treated. And because I need cannabis to continue living, my memory is not what it used to be. I used to hate it and get upset about that, but I've learned to just roll with it. I'd rather be a little forgetful, but genuinely able to be happy and supportive, instead of being in crippling pain that makes basic self-care difficult. And unfortunately, he's showing me funny.
Oh, this is quite fruit from the Dundermist.
Bill Butler.
Limited time offer only on everything. This is my lucky day. What is your name, sir? I am Bill Butler. Really, that's your real name? Dare you? My family built this country, by the way. Yes, Michael. You want 1 second? That's my other one.
I love The Office.
I'm just on the phone with this stupid salesman. He's so dumb. Probably just gonna keep him on the line forever and not buy anything. Okay. Sorry, that was a family emergency. Oh no, what's wrong? You know what? That's private. Boundaries, Dwight. I'm sorry, Mr. Butler. As I was saying, you're having a little bit louder. I'm sorry, so bad. Okay, as I was saying, right now we are having louder. Okay, our prices have never been lower. Son, you have to talk louder. Never been lower. Louder, son! Butler! Our prices have never been lower. See? You never yell at the client. No, you can't, sir. The 3 words I would describe you as is aggressive, hostile, and definitely difficult. I'm irate right now. Give me the phone right now. Mr. Butler, give me the phone.
I have some comments I gotta
Who is
address.
this? Hello, this is Michael Scott, regional manager.
Dude,
This is William
Donald.
M. Butler. Hello, Mr. Butler. How
Hotspot
may
was
we
called
help you?
Cracked Kitchen and
Like, I like the sound of
Coffee.
your voice. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy
This is a
$1 million worth of paper
hotspot.
products today. See what I'm saying? Thank you very much, sir. I don't think you'll regret it. You are the best. There is one condition.
Wow, Donald, that's really shitty. It sounds like that place has an issue with you specifically.
Now, Jim,
And some places can be like that, even here in California. But yeah, I respect waiters and waitresses because I'm not physically able to handle that kind of work. And it's always been my way to respect those who can do what I can't and to be thankful when they help, you know, instead of looking down on them. Oh, your job is a low paying one. You're beneath me. No, I've always seen it as, wow, you're able and willing to handle doing this kind of thankless work. And you deserve thanks for that. And if everyone could have an appreciation for those who can do what they themselves can't, it would be a better world. But my issues are scoliosis. It only gets worse every year. I have disc degeneration in my spine, lower back, and my neck. I have nerve damage from the discs degenerating, and I have arthritis, a family curse that every woman on my mom's side of the family gets by the time they're 30. Mine started up at 28. And I actually went to Shriners Hospital for Kids when my scoliosis was first discovered. And I went to them for making a bunch of back braces to help make the curve not be so severe as I continued growing. And once your growth plates fuse, you no longer need the brace to help it grow correctly. And I had to wear one from age 14 until 17. No.
Didn't you have something you had to do today?
At 3, we have the appointment.
Okay.
I went through like 4 or 5 back braces ultimately. And with my case and my small frame, they being 2 neurosurgeons I had a consult with, they talked to each other, and they agreed that I'm not a good candidate for surgery to correct it. They both believe that the pain of having hardware attached to my bones would ultimately be worse than if I just let my back be and just treat the pain for it and try and do healthy stretching, you know. So I'm going to go by what those 2 neurosurgeons said, and I'm trying to do stretching whenever I'm able, but it hurts.
On a side note, y'all need to hear this, including you, Annie.
So we have a current update on the $5,000 stimulus coming from the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, to the American tax-paying people. Now, keep in mind, you had to actually have paid and filed taxes last year in order to get this stimulus, but the entire proposal has been written out and it's been submitted to Congress for approval. And if it's approval, we are now getting a bump from $2,500 to $5,000 for singles, and of course, if you file jointly, it's $7,500 at this point. And the reason for the bump is because they keep uncovering more misappropriated funds, and they are going to give back 20% of all the misappropriated funds to the American taxpayers from last year. And of course, another 20% goes to help the deficit, and they haven't figured out what to do with the other 60% yet. But we're looking at possibly more than $5,000 at this point with the rate that Elon Musk is going with the DOGE, and it is absolutely beautiful. In the comment section below, if you're super excited with all the work the DOGE is doing and all the money they are giving back to the American tax-paying people.
If we got 75, that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's enough to pay off one full credit card.
Yeah. Yeah, Donald, some people are just petty and stupid. They can choose to dislike you for the most weakest of reasons. That's the unfortunate part of it. But I'm pretty sure it would be someone that has an issue with you, and so they marked you as a dasher they don't want. We've had that happen to us with a couple of places, and it's irritating, but ultimately all we can do is do the orders we're given. But regarding my back, all those issues I mentioned, they are not curable. I can't take a pill or get a surgery to fix it. All I can do is take a pill and a smoke to make the pain be quiet. And so I appreciate every prayer that I'll find a doctor who can give me better pain management. I had a nerve blocker put on the right side of my lower back, and it worked for a few months, but then it wore off, and the doctor that gave me that nerve block, he moved to a different group, and I've yet to find another one, but I'm going to try to get a double nerve block for my lower back, because I wake up with sharp pain in my pelvic bones and my lower back, and it puts me in a bad headspace. But I'm doing my part to fight it as much as I can. So every prayer and every kind word and every penny sent our way, it really helps. The donations help make sure that I have constant access to the medicine I require to want to keep living. Otherwise, the pain is just too much. Support said you're clear.
Side note, this potato makes me think of you. I'll just leave it at that.
We should do that tonight.
Yeah.
Well, if I had to guess, Donald, I would think it's someone that has this personal issue against you or something. It really sucks, and I'll be praying for you. What? Oh, no. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, I'm safe. Oh, I can save it. Awesome. It's starting to get hot. I'm gonna turn this around.
Nice. Good advice. Yeah, we're still waiting for an order. We only moved the car to get back under the shade. So, really hoping it'll be busier. Last night, I had an order from Flip the Bird, 875, 3 miles. He waited almost 25 minutes. And then he said, screw it, and you want to sign it? Damn. 25 minutes for only 875. Yeah, I'd be upset. We've had a few really insulting orders where the number of miles to drive exceeded the number of dollars they were willing to offer us. And they have an annoying ass habit of sending us far away from our starting point for these orders, knowing we have to drive all the way back with no guarantee that we'll have an order to pay for us to return. DoorDash used to be great, but not enough customers and too many drivers. It's the quickest way I could sum it up. He kept saying it's going to be a few. Then he asked where. About 8 more minutes. Oh, yeah, I would want to walk out too. Fuck that.
One of our longest wait times was during Super Bowl. Like, I think 2 years back. And it was just after Annie's birthday and shortly after mine. And the guy completely understood. He ordered a couple pizzas and wings and, you know, like the whole thing, the whole spiel from like
Round Table.
Round Table or one of those places. Yeah, I think it was Round Table. Anyway, we were waiting there for an hour 45 and he was completely cool about it. He was like, no worries, I understand. There must be like a bunch of other orders. I let him know like what was happening, if
Okay, there we go. The little plug-in adapter that allows me to use this microphone with my phone. turned off somehow.
Anyway, before it clips out, I'll just say, okay, so I got my own mic, so it should be easy hearing now. Anyway, so the DoorDash order.
Just gonna have to talk louder.
Our piece died, so I'm just gonna charge it. Anyway, so the guy was saying, "So you like bud?" I was like, "Yeah, I smoke every now and then." And he was like, "Cool." He goes inside, gets a mason jar, and he grabs a big nug, and he has me smell it. I'm like, "Oh, that smells really good. That's awesome." He was like, "Cool. Thank you so much for getting this food. Here you go." I'm like, "Oh, do you want me to get?" I got like small, like little Dixie cup containers, you know, like for sauces and stuff. I'm like, "You want me to get something like that?" He was like, "No, here." He gave me the whole mason jar of weed, which was like about 1.5 ounces of really good homegrown bud. And he was like, "If you want to buy some more, come on back." I'm like, "Shit, okay. Well, you just gave me a bunch. I don't think I'm gonna be coming back anytime soon." But yeah, sure. So,
And he let us keep the jar.
yeah, he even gave us a jar. I would have thought he would have given us something else to put it in.
So that was a really, really memorable and amazing tip. We always hope that we'll get another tipper like that, but so far we haven't. But we're still waiting for work, guys. I went live shortly after he went live with DoorDash. Over an hour, no work.
That's charging.
All I can do is hope that it'll get better as the day goes on.
As time goes.
I hope the others who are here, I hope you're having a better day. If you're able to, I would love it if you could take a moment to say hi so I can know who's here. And if you have anything going on that's interesting or that you want to share, my live streams are meant to be a chill hangout place for me to chat with you guys and you guys to interact with each other also. I've got bad social anxiety, and this is my immersion therapy basically. And so when you guys are kind and you actually interact with me in the chat, that helps me get just a little bit more recovered from my social anxiety. So all of it helps, and all of it is appreciated.
I almost forgot we also have a third portable charger as well.
I love that. How low you go for a DoorDash order? Your limit is 5, unless it's Dunkin', then you will go 4.
It depends for us. At currently, we're at the point where we're taking every single order, but other than that, I usually have a principle of trying to stick $1 per mile, but with cheapskates nowadays, that's hard to attain, especially in California where everyone is damn near broke, and it's just hard on everyone. Anyway, I would say, wait, what were they asking again? I already forgot.
How low will we go for a DoorDash order?
Oh, yeah. I try to do all of them, honestly, because we're at the point where our city is so slow that, you know, it's best to just take everything at this point, because if we don't take anything, our acceptance rate will drop and it becomes even harder. Right now, we're trying to get back to Top Dasher. It's difficult, but
we're working on it.
We're getting there. Like currently, I believe we have, like, it's so slow. I'm gonna actually check it out because our shift is about to end in a few minutes. I'm just gonna end it. See if I can start a fresh one.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're starting another one, but Our acceptance rate is at 69%, and our deliveries in the past 30 days are sitting at 54. That's how slow it is. We can't even get top dasher, so we have to like accept every order coming our way. So it's been slow, hectic, and annoying, but we got this. If y'all want to see my other stats, 69% acceptance rate, 100% completion rate, 4.9 stars out of 5 for my customer rating, and 94% on time rate, and our lifetime deliveries is 8,592 deliveries.
So we've done this for quite a while. But usually, well, before inflation ruined things, we would reject any order that was less than $4. And if the number of miles to drive exceeded the number of dollars paid, it would be hard to decide, because sometimes there's hidden tips. I don't know why DoorDash hides tips, but
yeah, because if we saw the tips right away, it's not like I'm saying, oh, if you don't tip, I'm going to treat your order differently. No, but if I see it's a big tip, I'm going to hurry and make sure it gets to you as hot as possible. Because otherwise, if it's cheap, don't be surprised. If it's a low tipping order or a non-tipping order, don't be surprised if you get your food cold. Because, that's why you're tipping. So you can get your food to you in a nice, fast, organized manner. Why do I not have an internet, guys? It says I have 4 Gs. Where the hell is my 5 Gs?
I don't know. I just remembered one of our craziest drop-offs. I forget what restaurant it was from, but we had to drive to the city to pick up an order, drive out to the countryside down a dirt road to a house in the middle of a bunch of dirt patches or fields. And his dogs were loose, and they were not little tiny ankle biter dogs. These were large breed dogs, and they were so untrained and uncontrolled that they bit our car. They left teeth marks on what's the part that goes over the tire?
Over the tire? I don't know.
The metal and then the tires behind that. All I know is
part of the back bumper is what they do.
Yeah.
Anyway, real quick.
Did you eat them? Anyways, do you know what's inexpensive?
That's good. But anyways, this guy had 2 dogs loose. One of them bit the car and the tire. And when we were trying to get his attention, saying, hey, get your dogs in, they're biting our car, he said, oh, just go ahead and run them over. And that just shook us horribly. And we were able to get that whole location banned from ever using DoorDash again.
The only thing was DoorDash was trying to refuse. Well, they did. They were trying their damnedest to not pay for our damages to our car. Side note, one last thing.
Wheel well lining. Yeah, that thing.
Okay, it's bad that way. Keep looking.
I love that. The video he just showed me is if spiders laughed like Seth Rogen when you found them. Oh, that's a good laugh.
Cringe.
Seth Rogen's laugh always makes me laugh. Thank you, Jacob. It's great to see you.
I'm gonna play some cringe.
Oh, it's.
Why'd you flinch?
It hits you, doesn't.
New England is still cold. Here it is in the low 70s, and it is bright and sunny. Very little breeze going on, so not the worst of weather. Thank you, Donald. I appreciate it. What I need to know is he serious in thinking he's that badass?
Let me also add
is he
to you
playing?
what his username is. At below_average_man. Below average man. So I don't think it's an act, but I think people believe it's so cringy that it is an act.
That makes sense. But seriously, guys, you should look up what if spiders laughed like Seth Rogen when we find them. It's short and it's funny.
That's a classic.
Yeah, Donald is saying he hopes to get an order soon, but we may have to move to another spot.
Boys, if your type is sophisticated, has a curvy silhouette, a cute nose, huggable, nice flaps, stop. That's literally just a Lockheed Martin F-22A Raptor twin-engine all-weather supersonic fighter jet. I know it has good thrust, but is that seriously all you guys want?
Yes.
That's great. Oh, my husband is great at finding stuff that makes me laugh. The last couple of days have been rough, and that's why I didn't live stream. But trying to get back into my mindset of do it, even if I don't feel well. But it's a work in progress for me. Hello. I hope those of you who are here are having a good day. And if you're at all able to, I would appreciate hearing from you. Because I'm very open about our work and how we're living in the car during the day and sleeping in the house at night. I want to know about your guys' work life.
Got the extra small variety, but it's very handy because the portability is very sensitive, and because it's also being a little bit effective, it is very, very disabled. So moving around has been a breeze due to the extra small. You can see I also got this also comes with the autism with a 2-for-1 discount. But yeah.
I like her attire.
I do too.
Her makeup is lit too.
That's cool. That's horrible.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, sex is
That
cool,
relief is
but have
pretty
you ever
amazing.
farted away a tummy ache? Her choke me daddy, me, feeds her Popeyes biscuits with no drink.
Well, that would do it. Oh. Well, it's good to see you, Destiny. I hope you're doing well. Yeah.
Dinosaur.
Donald says, my hours at work got cut. Right with 200 more a month, and you can't rely on DoorDash. You're looking for a job elsewhere. You want to move.
Drink.
Well, Donald, I will be praying for you that you'll be able to find a job that you're suited for, that you would enjoy doing, and that you're able to find a good neighborhood to settle in. Hey, honk honk, I'm glad to see you. We've been live on DoorDash for over an hour and 15 minutes now. That's good. But we've been live for over an hour and no jobs. None. Evil. I love it. But we're hoping that we'll get some work. But in the meantime, I greatly appreciate everyone here who interacts with me so that I can be distracted from being bored from not having work to do. Plus my husband's right here if you guys want to say anything to him or ask how he's doing.
What's up?
So handsome. Sometimes people watching from the comfort of your own vehicle can be funny. Seeing other drivers being stupid. What, is it bad?
Because my bitch ass sister and her fat fucking friend wanted to go get some fucking liquor and fucking blunts. So this fat bitch got in my fucking passenger seat. We went over a speed bump. I went over it slow and I got out my car and all I heard was
Oh no! Oh no!
what the fuck, bitch? Why you that fat? Fuck! Now I gotta get a whole fucking new tire. My motherfucking spare is on my other tire. And I gotta buy a whole new tire because this fat bitch broke that fucking tire. I'm about to kill.
I'm hearing the dude. Because she's a woman.
Because she's a woman.
Oh my shit. Hearing anybody angrily yell anything is a direct line to my funny bone. Hong Kong wants to know if you ever played mailbox baseball.
No.
Never?
No.
Donald. That's funny. Tried to become a comedian, but everyone laughed at you. We used to play spin the bottle on my birthday. When I spun the bottle, I always pointed to the toilet. That's fucked up.
You see what he's carrying?
Send it to me so I can send it to my brother.
Nah, dude. What if he opens it in front of Jessica and the kids?
I'll send him a text ahead of time. It's like, hey. Send that one to me too.
That reminds me of you.
Yeah. Hong Kong wants to know if you ever smashed someone's windows.
No. The most I ever did was confession time. High school, there's an asshole I never liked. I really, really disliked him, especially since he was dating a hot girl too, that I had a crush on. Anyway, we were in guitar class. I stole his guitar. I smashed it. Filmed it. I even uploaded it to one of my old throwaway YouTube channels. And I never really did much else after that. They couldn't find who took it. And he was on the hook to have to pay for it, so screw him.
I love that. Donald says, read this article of the divorce section. The more weight you lose, you gain 30 pounds. You know you're lonely when you're home alone drinking and the teddy bear starts looking good and then you realize it's Yogi. That's a
When you're enjoying your yogurt, but you suddenly realize, wait, I was having milk. That's when you know it's time to throw away your milk.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
You love pasta, but you're a dumb bitch who can't be trusted not to throw the hot pasta into the fucking dishwater. Then there's all those dishes. Girl, if you set your kitchen on fire, you won't have to do those dishes. Seriously, magic. Girl, this is way too complicated for you. You better sit down before you hurt yourself.
Honestly, that looks pretty cool. Hong Kong asks you, have you ever lit a bag of crap on fire?
Nope.
No. Donald says, I went to the gym, you dropped 20 pounds. Boy, those weights are heavy. She's on a blind date last week. She didn't see it coming. Never take a blind person to a silent movie. That's good.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up, right? Everybody sucks, everybody's a cunt. And you don't know why, but you just want to justify really somebody's bloody head off.
The other night, I was walking home, it was pretty late, and a black guy walks towards me. Instinctively, I grabbed my purse. Illogically, I know he's not for sale.
That did not go where I thought it would. That's great. Hong Kong asks, have you ever unscrewed a salt shaker in a restaurant?
I don't do petty stuff like that.
I have done a similar petty thing, but to one of my cousins. Long story short, wait, show me. Oh yeah, that's great.
You're a winner, Harry.
I'm a watcher.
Waiter. Something good tonight, waiter.
Yeah. But anyways,
Okay, I'm done showing this.
I love you and I appreciate you.
Okay, no, I'm not. Last one.
Diagon Alley.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's good. Anyways, what I was gonna say is, a long time ago, my dad's parents had their 50th wedding anniversary party in Michigan. So my brother, myself, my cousins from Wisconsin, and my cousins from Texas, we all met up in Michigan, and at the anniversary reception, I kept pranking my cousin with Splenda. And it pissed him off. And he tried to get me back, but he failed. What happened was he wasn't watching his cake, and I just felt like fucking with him, you know? There's those moments where you just gotta fuck around with your cousin to piss him off, because you can. Well, I opened up some Splenda and I sprinkled it on top of his cake. I won't ever forget the face he made upon taking that first bite and tasting Splenda on top of cake. And he had no idea who did it. And I was failing to keep my laughter to myself. But I was trying. And then I got him again. We went out to another restaurant later on. I put Splenda in his water. He wasn't expecting that, and he tried to prank me back, but I was already done with my water. I will always remember taking great enjoyment in annoying my cousin. He was a few years younger than me. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us due to unfortunate personal circumstance. He left this earth a couple of years ago, and holding on to the funny memory and memories like that helps the pain not hurt so much. Okay, now I'm catching up with the comments. He's never really messed with trashing bathrooms or using.
Why do you keep asking if I like creating
chaos,
destruction of someone else's property? I'm not like that.
No.
I mean, literally, I just told you guys the one thing I ever actually did, but you keep asking if I keep destroying other people's property.
There's just
I'm
the
good.
one time.
Let me give you a better perspective. I would just rather smoke weed and stay at home than do those stupid stunts that can land someone in jail.
Mm.
I'm good.
Yeah. Donald says, ran into my ex-girlfriend the other day. Hey, it wasn't my fault. She was jaywalking. That's good. First night over at my girlfriend's house, she asked me, so, Don, you like the top or bottom? I said, oh, I like it on the top. She got bunk beds. Hey, Chachi, I'm glad to see you. Thank you for the kind words. It's just a weird thought to know that he's gone. And his younger brother's getting married soon. And so I'm praying for him and his parents that his absence won't hurt too much. No, he never really done much pranks. Oh, you say that because those are things that you've asked your own friends? Ah, okay. Yeah, he doesn't have much history of actually affecting other people's property. I have only ever destroyed my own property in my anger. One time my mom made me hit the red zone, and I had my most favorite Santa Claus coffee mug. It was one of those extra large mugs, and it was full of freshly brewed English breakfast tea. And she pissed me off, wouldn't let up about talking about what was pissing me off. And so to get her to shut up, I dropped the mug on purpose. And I said, look what you made me do. And then I stormed my angry little ass outside, hit the nicotine vape pen really hard, and had to force myself to manually breathe for the next 5 minutes after that. And after I was able to resume automatic breathing, I was calmer and able to go inside. And by the time I was calm and back inside, the mess was already cleaned up. But I've never wanted to risk damaging and being accountable for someone else's property. If I damage my own shit in my anger, that's my problem. Started drinking non-alcoholic beer. The girls keep getting ugly. You're not gonna. Yeah. It sucks here, my guy. We've been trying to do DoorDash work for over an hour and a half, and not a single order. We're hoping it actually gives us some work today, but none yet. Never tell a cop to F off. I never been pulled over. The only legal trouble I ever got in was a parking ticket for parking in a residential when parking for the community college I was going to was overfilled. There was literally nowhere else for me to park. And so I absorbed the cost of that ticket, and it sucked. But that was 15 years ago. Damn, I feel old. When your table is you have to leave shortly. Why would you do? That's funny. Oh, your brother's a well then yeah, I would have expected you to say that. That's funny. Matt's only gotten pulled over once, and it was some asshole cop who was just trying to meet their quota. Long story short, Matt didn't end up having to pay for whatever reason he was falsely pulled over for. And that was years and years ago. We're very squeaky clean type people. We don't break any laws. The worst I do is smoke cannabis in the form of a dab pen everywhere I go. Never indoors though, because I know it's not cool to force others to breathe it in if they don't want to. And technically, you're not supposed to smoke outside of your home, which is ridiculous. But never had trouble. I never let myself get so stoned that I can't do basic functions. How did my husband propose to me? Oh, it's a very sweet story, honk honk. My husband and I are both family oriented, you know. He proposed to me in Denny's, and
Where we had our first date.
we had our very first date at Denny's, and so he thought it would be romantic and personal to propose to me at Denny's with our closest family there to see it. And I had a feeling it was going to be that night, and so I dressed a little nicer than usual. And he proposed by saying that he just wants to thank everyone for being here and celebrating being with me for almost a year. And you're thinking of having it go another year more. Right?
What?
Talking about how you proposed to me.
It's on that flash drive I gave you.
Yeah, I'm...
Oh, what? Wait, which part? The actual proposal part you're talking about?
Yeah, Honk Honk wants to know the story of how you proposed.
Well, from what I heard, you already told it. It was just the last part that you didn't say was, and so when everyone was ready, I stood up saying I had an announcement I wanted to make, that I was glad everyone was able to make it. Everyone's having a good time. I was nervous, so I repeated myself. I said that twice after a little while. So I was like, I'm glad everyone was here, and you know, everyone's having a great time. We're gonna have some good food, and you know, that's one thing I'd like to see, is just one big family. And speaking of family, I want to ask Annie something. And I got on my knee and I pulled out a little custom box with her ring in it, and it actually has her birthstone in it, garnet. And as I was on one knee in front of her, she covered her mouth, both hands. I was saying, you know, you make me the happiest man alive. You care to... I can't remember if exactly what I said, but I want to say I asked you, what do you say, you wanna keep it going? Or,
Yeah.
Again, I can't fully remember exactly what I said. It was so many years ago.
We were all very high on happy emotion in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And we have it on video, so I'm very thankful for that. But it was beautiful and it was personal, and so that's why it was so memorable for me. Donald, you broke a mirror one time. Supposed to get 7 years, bad luck. Your lawyer got you off on 3. I never heard that before. That's good. Someone stole your calendar once. You got 12 months. That's good.
Okay, so fair warning, Trolley, you know the brand, decided to make an ice cream. Apparently it's all over TikTok, at least from what I'm seeing. Trolley gummy popsicles. The bottom part is actual popsicle, and the top part is a gummy. And let's just say, as a gummy, it kind of moves phallically. Example, I'll show you.
I finally found the Poppy Popsicles! It's a gummy popsicle, and I could have gotten $1 off. I don't take handouts. Who does this remind you of?
Oh no.
Hold on, it gets... All I'll say is it's hot when you do that.
Honestly, these are really good. I would get them again.
But she like has too much fun with it.
It's ridiculous.
Which again, guys will encourage that. Oh no, you're having fun with it. Oh jeez.
They were gonna make shit cross, just an accessory.
Dog exhausted. Oh, the hell with it. I'm tired. That would be a great bumper sticker or a great t-shirt idea. It's worse than winning $7,000 a week for life of Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. Winning it, then the doctor says you only have 6 weeks to live. Oh no. Your husband fart in front of you. Yeah. We both find farts funny, and we both were upfront about that when we were just friends. We were real close friends for a couple of months before I was willing to go on a first date, because I had been heartbroken before. And when I knew I could trust him,
Throw me a frickin'
and I knew he wasn't going to disappear on me, we went on that first date, and we've been together ever since. I recommend that you become best friends with whoever you're interested in, because you'll get to see a side of them that you wouldn't necessarily see if it was all in a romantic context. Because when you're just hanging out with friends, it's easier to be chill and open. You don't feel the need to brag or make yourself look good. But when you're meeting someone in a dating context, you're gonna exaggerate some things, you're gonna embellish some things, and you're gonna downplay some other things, and it won't be completely honest. And so, so we got to...
Your boy's live now. I can go live on TikTok.
Nice. But become best friends with whoever you're into, because as you get to know them, you may see a side of them that isn't all that pretty to you, and it may make you decide that you don't actually want to be more than friends, and just being friends is preferred. Or it may end up being you guys can't just be friends, and so you part ways. Either way, get to know them before you get committed to them. Worked in a diner one time. In the morning, you open up, Michael Jordan walks in. That's what we wanted. He says, I wanted coffee and a donut. I say, coming right up. A few minutes late, LeBron James comes in and sees Michael. LeBron asks, can he have a coffee and a donut too? I say, yes sir, coming right up. Then walks in Dennis Rodman. He barks at, I want a coffee and a donut too. I say, you couldn't have them. You say, well then how come LeBron and Michael get a coffee and donuts? I said, they know how to dunk. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I like that. Who's the biggest celebrity you ever met? I'm trying to go through all my memories. I can't.
What's your battery at?
I am at 88 now.
Good.
I don't think I've ever met anyone actually famous. When I was a kid, I met a woman who was representing Barbie, and it was this big
How's it
deal
going?
with Mattel. And I remember being excited to
Welcome
meet
to the
the
stream.
actual Barbie. And looking back on it, it was just a woman with a blonde wig and a
welcome.
pretty dress
Or,
and
I
pretty
don't need this
makeup.
seatbelt on.
It
I'm
wasn't
not driving.
actually Barbie.
Hello, hello. This is my first time going live. I already got some people on here.
Nice.
DoorDash. We're doing DoorDash. And
In what way do I give off the idea that I'm
hello.
part of a gang? I don't understand.
Your hat, Annie. Your hat clearly indicates you're a far-right MAGA.
That's funny. She met 50 Cent.
If there's anything you guys want to talk about, feel free to ask or say anything. I'm willing to talk about anything.
Hey,
It's my
Riddle.
first time going live.
It's good to see you.
Checking it out.
Donald, you met Eddie Money.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know who that is, but that's
I
pretty
recognize the name as a famous musician. You double blackjacked it. I never watched any televised
Who's in the
sports. You met Phyllis from The Office? Dude, I'm so
That's
jealous. She always gave off the feeling that she'd be genuinely warm and friendly. That's cool.
That's my beautiful wife right there.
Hello.
Just one person in here.
Yeah, my husband's on TikTok live now. And I'm on YouTube live.
So, this is my first time being live, so I'm gonna actually check out what it
My husband
says.
has never really gone live before, so...
Yeah, this is my first time
This
going
is
live
exciting.
on TikTok. I mean, I just saw the option too, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll check it out. So what is this? Live with Marvel Rivals.
Hey,
What is that?
Brittany, good to see you. Your
Live now
world
with Marvel
client has an
Rivals.
amazing pool and a swing lounge.
Challenge.
That sounds awesome. I always wanted a pool and a swing lounge. Oh, okay. Eddie Money, he sung Take Me Home Tonight.
I am not entirely sure with that. Welcome, welcome. If you're part of my live,
That's pretty cool.
feel free to share it.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough to
do
have
anything.
TikTok live yet either.
Well, it gives you the option sometimes.
Yeah.
You might be able to. You never know.
I'll give
If
it a
you
shot
are
after
able
I'm
to
done
go
with
live
this.
on TikTok, we're gonna keep you live for like
As
hours,
much as I can, yeah.
Hours.
Brittany's
Hello.
about to text us a picture.
Brittany.
Carmine.
Ah, okay.
I have a TikTok, but I don't meet the qualifications to do.
They let people do it sometimes.
I'll check on that when I'm done streaming with this stream.
Ah, photo received.
You what? You met John Stamos and Corey Feldman? Dude, that is cool.
Hey. This is gonna sound wrong the way I'm about to say it. She sent me a photo of her kitty. It's a cool cat. All right, I'm back.
Your cat is sitting by the pool too. Nice. Stephen Wright. I'm not sure if I heard any of his material.
Doing DoorDash. It's funny because my wife is live on YouTube. I'm live on TikTok. We were doing DoorDash, but temporarily there are no orders, so we're just waiting and waiting. But again, feel free to comment. Feel free to say anything. And, you know, I am down to talking about whatever.
Hope that you guys here are having a good time. Why is the picture square when the lens on the camera
I
is
didn't even
round?
realize that.
That's a good
I
one.
didn't even know I could like my own stream. That's weird.
I would not have guessed. You know what else is funny, Donald? Why are pizzas round but delivered in a square and cut into triangles? That's a whole lot of geometry
and then eaten
right there.
from the sharp end.
I never thought of that before.
Welcome.
That's funny.
Feel free to say anything, guys. Otherwise, you know, this is just us doing DoorDash, checking out. This is the first time I cannot speak.
Why do they drive on a parkway and park on a driveway? That's what I've always wondered.
Why do our feet smell but our noses run?
That too.
Oh, I don't like that filter. Ew. Take it off. What is that? Show hand? Well, if my phone would stop lagging. What is this?
You have a waterproof bathing suit. That's funny.
Okay. I'm bored and checking out the stuff.
I need to use the facilities.
Hey, babe. Do you,
What the fuck? That filter's horrible. You should send that to me.
Send what? This is TikTok. You gotta be.
Well,
That's so
if you
weird.
could clip part of the video or something.
I don't like how big it makes my pupils. I feel like I look demonic.
Started brushing your hair with a toothbrush. Guess what? No cavities.
Nah.
Why do you go to the bathroom? Because the
These
bathroom can't
filters
come to
are
you.
wild.
That's a good one. I need to use the bathrooms.
Okay. Anywhere specific you want to use the facilities? Ew, that one makes the bottom part hit.
What the fuck? That looks so terrible.
It looks like you're part monkey.
It does. You guys look at this.
Well, you can't cover your face, Annie. Otherwise, they can't see it. They see that.
The filter's terrible.
Well, here's a makeup filter.
That's not terrible.
So, again, anywhere you wish to go?
Round table over here is fine.
Alright, guys, you heard it here. Round table. So, what I'm gonna do is...
Your ex?
If you're not gonna use it, I will. Alright. Let's go on and drive.
It's already 2 o'clock.
Nope. I don't wanna... Oh, there's more. Here, we'll do that one.
That's funny.
Alright. Let's take the princess to the baño.
I like coffee.
Necesito ir al baño. Alright, so you said the pizza place?
Yeah.
You got it. Coming right up. Welcome, welcome. We're door dashing.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna hear me say it a lot.
Yeah.
I know how streamers go.
Watching opening day, the Red Sox at Rangers.
And our stupid mounts broke.
We'll fix it somehow.
Well, I can't mess with it because I'm driving. But I will take a look at it when I stop at this building. Move in and move out. Hands up, hands down. Back up, back up. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. She's got a pee. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Full bladder plus speed bumps equals bad time.
Equals not one. My friends, I am here. You can go.
Watch. Goes to the bathroom, then an order comes.
Hey, it's happened before.
It has happened.
Don't jinx it.
I will leave you in the care of my husband while I take care of my needs real quick.
I am live 2 times. Welcome to my live stream, guys.
Love you.
I love you. What's this filter or effect? What's this? Balloons. Okay. Alright, I guess I can mess with that one. Now, how do I get out of the filter? Just do I pull down? Okay, there we go. Sorry if anyone spoke. Hi there. There we go. So, what did you say? Never mix Miralax and Red Bull together. Why? Did something happen? What happened to you, dude? Welcome to my live. I'm trying to get some followers. So
incoming message, master.
And it's already almost time for Annie to see her doctor. So probably after this, we might cut both these short. But it varies. We might not. And she is good. Let me turn off her portable battery. Since the car is on, I can charge her phone. Welcome to my live. Currently dealing with another live, but I didn't know Miralax softens it. That's interesting. Milk of magnesia makes you go to the bathroom, and it is also a softener, if I'm right. If you guys have any questions about cannabis or DoorDash, I'm your guy. If you guys have any questions that you just want to answer, again, I might be the guy, I might not be the guy. It doesn't hurt to ask. So what, are you trying to hope for a speedy poo? Whoa. There we go. All right. So I gotta turn that off. Sorry guys, I'm dealing with a lot of things all at once. So bear with me just for a quick moment. There we go. So all right. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. I am back. Hello. Man. You know, I always hear about people mixing stuff with Red Bull, like even alcohol, And honestly, since I'm not that big of a drinker, I never understood it. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I won't mention that again. I didn't know I couldn't say that. Annie is in the bathroom right now, so she will be right back. Unfortunately, her life is going to be ending soon. Mine, however, man, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, Annie is using the facilities right now, and in a short bit, we're going to be driving her to her medical appointment. I will most likely stay in the car. Yeah, it's best if I go with her, I know. It's always easier on her when I do, but sometimes they can get really iffy about me being there, even though they shouldn't. But, you know, if it's like simple stuff like blood work or something like that, she's got it, but most of the time I'm always with her. But yeah, Red Bull, I don't really drink Red Bulls all that much. And, you know, it's not my forte. I just would rather not partake in that. And, you know, to each their own. If you like it, you like it. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it or what not to do. So I got restricted twice.
For what?
Regulated goods or substances.
What?
I had mentioned a certain fermented drink, and it said I can't talk about stuff like that. And then I even mentioned your medicine. So I understand why some people doing lives have to talk cryptically, and now I get it. So stuff like that can't be talked about, so I'm gonna try not to. I can't really think of much else. Otherwise, welcome. Hi there.
It's good seeing you, Donald.
Gregorium.
I really
I hope I
enjoyed
pronounced it right.
having you here, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.
Welcome to my live.
Hey, Natalie.
Welcome.
It's good to see you, girl.
If you guys would kindly hit the follow button,
We've
I would
been
greatly appreciate
at
it.
work for
I'm
2
trying
hours.
to get more
No
followers
orders
on here.
yet at all.
And, you know, it's a
Pretty
process.
discouraging.
But me and my wife were both live on different streaming services.
So that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see you guys that are here.
Who wants to say something to my beautiful wife? I'll wait till someone confirms it. Okay, so now, there we go. Alrighty, and we're on the move. You know, I might use my second phone just to live stream on TikTok.
That's not a bad idea.
Not bad at all. But yeah, refrain from saying the N word or the C word about your medicine.
Oh, okay.
And also the other one as well.
Okay.
Otherwise, it seems like I'm doing not too bad. It says I'm getting some traffic. And I also have a follower thing that I'm trying to do too.
I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. We spent the
Can
last...
you fix my camera?
Yeah.
Thank you. I think
Since we did get that donation earlier, we should get a new mount.
we should. We've been looking here
Yeah.
because it's too expensive.
True. Hey, Thug. Slow is an inadequate description.
Yeah, so if you're joining my live
We have had
or my
no
wife's, we're doing
orders.
DoorDash right now, and we haven't gotten a single order in approximately 2 hours. And it's a little discouraging, but you know, we do what we do what we can. I'm just happy that I'm actually able to go live
Yeah, with
because
TikTok.
I've never been able to.
It's pretty
And,
cool.
You know, working in California doing DoorDash, it can be very time consuming.
Well, Doug, that's awesome.
It's all about the grind.
Doug said he volunteered giving food to the homeless, and the pastor invited the volunteers to a buffet and movie on Monday. That sounds awesome. That's really wholesome, good stuff.
Yeah, hold on. I've got it.
Hey, VIP. It's great to see you. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I went live within a few minutes of him going live on DoorDash. My minute counter is
Pop up on
2 hours and 3
Probably
minutes.
just talking about that.
No work. So it's not for lack of trying. We are out here. Just
Look at your machine. You're good.
96.
All right. You know what? Well, we're not moving. That is a hard no. Oh, it took too long. Oh. All right, I'm back.
Oh, on a totally separate tangent. Any of you guys area we're driving through. But what I was going to say is we saw the fireball in the sky the other night.
3 nights ago, I believe.
Yeah, apparently it was a SpaceX satellite that was decommissioned. And we actually saw it enter the atmosphere, and it had a long fire tail. It looked like something straight out of every movie about outer space and having to crash land back on Earth. It was mind-blowing. My jaw literally dropped open, and I just watched as it streaked across the sky, going a little bit lower as it went on. And then we saw it lose the tail altogether, and then we couldn't see it. And we listened, and we did not hear an impact or anything. But apparently people, all as you say that, it says reconnect. Wow. But seeing that satellite debris burning as it was crashing to Earth was, it's something I'll never forget. But be good to yourselves and to each other.